Welcome back to Elemental Strength Podcast. We are three best friends that have opened up a gym and we love talking about powerlifting, where it's our passion, it's our sun, our moon, and all our stars. And my name's Tony.
My name's Vinny.
My name's Michael.
Cool. And today we're going to be talking about, actually, before we get into that, we're going to start this episode off with, we're going to start this episode off with a compliment train. We'll start off, both of you compliment me. And,
Wow.
I'm joking.
Wow.
Let's go in a circle, shall we?
This is Yvonne's suggestion, by the way.
Yeah. So,
number one listener so far.
yeah.
Thank you, Yvonne. Even though I don't like this.
Words of affirmation.
Keep
We're
doing
going
it, Yvonne.
Yeah. Thank you, Yvonne. Let me start off.
Oh,
All right, go.
Vinning, my best friend.
God.
You are incredibly intelligent, and I really admire the way you handle
What?
stressful situations.
Wait.
Sorry.
Yeah, go.
What? I can't say more than one?
No, I thought it was going to be like a bit more superficial.
Oh, okay. How about I give you a superficial one? And then,
No, it's fine.
all right, we just want to end it there.
I don't,
Move on?
yeah, please.
Okay. Your turn.
Okay. Michael, you've done a good job editing the podcast.
Wow. My turn.
Wait,
My turn.
I thought I'm going to compliment you.
Yeah, it's my turn.
Oh,
Waiting
yeah,
for
yeah.
you.
Oh, okay.
Loves it.
Jeez, man.
Wait.
All right.
I'm waiting, bro.
Tony,
Yeah.
you're my best friend. One thing that I really admire about you, I'm going to go deep. I don't care what Vinning say, okay? I'm going to go deep.
Lay it on me.
Now I feel bad.
No.
Yeah, that's
Fine,
right.
you can have another shot then.
Yeah. One thing that I really like about you as a person is your ability to connect with people.
Should this just be the episode?
Have
We've got a running sheet where we've got
Figured you
stuff to talk about. I reckon this compliment chain. I mean, the thing about trains is they don't stop. So if we want to do
I
another
think
round.
they do.
Oh, do they?
Yeah,
They
otherwise
kind of have to.
they'll
Oh,
run
'cause
out of
they have
fuel.
to.
How do
Yeah,
people get off?
Yeah.
And on?
that's right.
Yeah.
Where'd you get that idea?
I don't know. I
from?
saw trains ran during night time, don't they?
Huh?
Trains run during the night? No, that's Polar Express, the movie. My bad. Okay, that one ran to the North Pole.
Okay.
Okay. Anyway, moving on. This episode is going to be about things to avoid in comp. We have a comp coming up in July 8th. 8, 6, 7. Oh, God. Help me out here. What is it? 6 or 7? 6. July 6. Sorry, the 6 looks like an 8 and the 8 looks like a... it's... Sorry. July 6. Elemental Strength Winter Showdown. Really excited for this comp. So, I mean, because that's coming up, we're going to talk about things to avoid in comp. Just so if you guys are...
Do's and don'ts.
Do's and don'ts.
All right.
Do's and don'ts.
Let's set the scene.
Set the scene.
Okay. You have decided that you are now ready to compete in a powerlifting competition. What are you going to do? You're about to start your training. What are you thinking about? What are you going to do in competition day? How are you going to approach big into comp? So that's what we're going to be thinking about today. All right. Who wants to start off?
I'll start off. Firstly, obviously, talk to your coach about this. We're not telling you what to do. We don't want you to go back to your coach and be like, well, Tony, Michael, and Vinny said this on the podcast. We don't want to get between that. Okay. This is just things to consider. Okay. The first one is weight cutting.
Oh.
I know a lot of people have spoken about this already. I think if it's your first time competing, you shouldn't worry too much about weight cutting or fitting into a weight class. I think if it's your first comp, just enjoy the first, comp, You're already pushing yourself and stressing yourself enough through these heavy lifts, and you're stressing enough about that. Why put the others, like, more stress on, the stress of weight cutting on yourself as well? There's no need. Just chill out. And then later down the road, when you get competitive, you can think about weight cutting. But I think weight cutting is very overrated. Agree?
Yeah. There are circumstances where maybe it makes sense. Maybe someone's trying to qualify for nationals or something like that, and they need to be under a certain weight class. But I do think, the majority of the time, weight cutting, it is stressful. And I think people can underestimate how much it can affect their strength.
Yeah, I think one of the first things that held me back in my early years of powerlifting is being attached into the 74 kilo weight class. I think with most people, I think aesthetics comes alongside your strength goals anyway. And it was something that it's important for me. But later down the road, I realized that I could be a lot stronger if I just train hard and don't worry about my weight class, cutting weight too often, and maintaining a specific body weight or body fat percentage or whatever. It is okay still though. If you were very specific at the start, if someone approached me, I'm like, hey, my goal is actually I want to be at a specific weight, okay, and I want to compete at this specific weight. If we think it's doable, then there's nothing wrong with that. But if you're gonna make it a massive achievement or massive stress for yourself, it's not worth it.
Right. I definitely have coached clients who have cut into their first comp, but there was a lot of emphasis on having realistic expectations all throughout comp. It's just reiterating, hey, we're losing weight, but if the strength is dropping, like, know that it's normal, it's okay. Like, because I think without that expectation, that's when you will be really stressed out. And it'll affect your performance, and it'll affect how you perceive prepping for comp to be. And just your whole experience in general.
So manage your expectations and have specific goals. Prioritize. Know what's going to happen, the pros and the cons. And talk to your coach about that.
Tell them Tony said so.
Tell them I sent you. See what they say. I'm joking.
Another one. Don't do something different in competition day that you haven't done in training.
Example?
Say, for example, you've never tried ammonia in your life, and then all of a sudden in comp, like, I'm gonna see what it's all about, and maybe it'll improve my performance. Or let's say you've never tried caffeine tablets, and then all of a sudden, because you heard that, like, caffeine helps your performance or something like that, you tried caffeine tablets, and all of a sudden you have an upset stomach, right? Don't sabotage yourself trying something new that you haven't done before. When we train people for a competition, we always give them a chance to push themselves to a weight where we want to make them think that they are lifting like they're in competition, right? It's going to be, fairly heavy. They need to treat it like they're going to be competing. We need the same mentality, with the same approach, how they would take it into competition, rather than, experimenting in competition.
I guess on the flip side as well then is don't do things in training that you wouldn't do in comp. Is that?
Yeah.
So for example, at least at our gym, it's pretty common to put on your favorite hype song when you go for a heavy lift. We let our members change the iPad to whatever song or queue up a song that they want to lift heavy to. And that's fine. Like, you can totally do that, but just, maybe closer to comp when you're doing your really heavy stuff, just know that at comp, you're not going to have a choice of what song is playing when you're doing your third attempt deadlift. You could be deadlifting to Taylor Swift, Love Story, and you don't get a choice in that.
Another example of that would be like if they always benched on their favorite bench there and they're using A7 t-shirts with like the super grippy back. They're using
or they're using the grippy pad for their bench. You can't use that grippy pad, man. You can always chalk your back, but like, don't get used to the things that you're not going to have in comp.
Or for girls, like, don't get used to benching with just your sports bra, where like your skin is super sticky to the bench, because you don't get that at comp.
Exactly right. Yeah. What else is there? Call them out. Call them all out.
Training with headphones. You don't
Yeah.
you don't get to. I mean, people adapt pretty well with that. I think like
Mm.
they just listen right up until
Warm up.
the bar is loaded or
Yeah.
something. Yeah, just know that once you take the headphones off, it could be really, really silent and it could be quite
Yeah.
a shock. So
Try it one time. Lift your heaviest lift in silence.
Mm.
See how you adapt.
Mm.
And also, like, obviously, listen to calls, comp calls and stuff like that.
Yeah, definitely. So train to comp standard. But like all of these things we've just mentioned is completely okay to do, but just know that it's going to be different in comp. So if you're not looking to compete, go ahead, do it. We don't care. But if you're looking to compete and you're in prep, just consider these things.
Yeah. It's
Okay.
not like we're saying if you do these things, immediately you're going to have a bad comp. Because like I've done all these things. Like I've put on my favorite song when I've gone for a heavy deadlift. But it's like, just know that you're not going to have that at comp.
It's like
How are you,
you
what's
know
your
when
strategy?
yeah, when you're setting up for your squat and then like all of a sudden you're doing all these crazy dances. I'm like, where's that coming from?
Yeah,
You know?
yeah.
I've done that before.
We've all done it before, so don't worry. Don't stress.
Yeah.
Another one that I want you to elaborate here, Michael, is don't assume that just because it's happened in training, it will happen on comp. So don't make that assumption.
Yeah, you want me to elaborate it?
Elaborate.
Me?
Yeah.
Okay, why? Yeah, so know that in competition, anything can happen. The best thing you can do is to prepare for whatever might come your way. In training, you are setting yourself up for the best, situation for yourself in competition, right? Like you're always preparing that you're going to be able to handle certain loads, right? You might hit a PB in training, but it might not mean that you might do it in competition as well. I think it's different. You know, your nerves come to play. If you don't really do a session where you have squat, bench, and deadlift on the same day, then you might have to adapt to being a little bit more fatigued on deadlift competition day, right? At the end of the day, you're trying to put a total. You're not trying to PB individual lifts. So, yes. Is that
that's
a
great.
good answer?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. So just because you pulled like a heavy deadlift on during prep, doesn't mean it's going to be there in comp day. Like, don't make that assumption, right?
Yeah.
Because it's going to be that fatigue aspect.
Exactly. And say, for example, like your last comp, you were definitely good for 320, 325, maybe, right? But we didn't have to do it because for us, it was more important to win your weight class. And we just need to put the right amount of kilos there. But, you know, we accepted that we don't have to PB. Something like that.
Yeah, right. Another thing is, this is something that we tell our clients a lot. And we've spoken to a lot of our clients that put a lot of pressure on themselves during comp. And they start stressing out, thinking it's the be all end all, which, like, if you're super nervous about a comp, it's not a bad thing. It just means that you care about what you do. And that's why you're nervous. If you didn't give a shit, excuse my French, if you don't really care, then obviously you're not going to be nervous. So nerves is a good thing. But being so anxious about it, what we like to tell them is that it's not the only comp. Like you will compete after this comp as well. It's not the end.
Yeah. You don't have to achieve everything you want in powerlifting in one competition.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, because you don't put so much pressure on yourself. Again, it's the mindset of you don't need to be perfect, you just need to keep growing, right? Like, I think you need to accumulate some of these experiences, enjoy these experiences, and then all of a sudden you're a great powerlifter. Yeah. You don't become a good powerlifter straight away. Yeah. Unless you're Tony.
Oh, stop. Come on, guys. Well, this is like a really good example of this is one of my clients, Clemens, is coming from an injury and he wants to get back into competition. So we signed up to this ESS Winter Showdown comp on the 6th of July, which still has spots. So if you guys are looking to, slip your name in, don't be shy. But so he's coming back from an injury, and something that we've spoken about is this comp we're going to use as like a successful prep and a successful comp for us is going to be more process based as opposed to outcome based. There's no expectations for you to hit any big numbers or anything. Like the numbers that you really want to hit this year. Let's manage the expectation. So we're not feeling disappointed and stuff when we, if we get a hiccup on the road or speed bump. Let's sort of reframe it so that we're looking to prep for this comp so we can use this comp as an opportunity to switch on, like get our nutrition right, get our sleep right, focus on recovery, focus on rehab, and just get you under the bar and just lifting. If we get to comp and we decide we don't want to do comp, that's completely fine. But as long as we sort of get that experience under our belt, that would be good.
I agree. Your first comp is special, but don't expect you to achieve everything. You're going to, this is from people who have competed at least 8 times each.
I've competed 5.
Eh?
What?
6.
What?
Yeah, I promise. I competed twice before COVID. And
What?
then after COVID, yeah.
You're bullshit.
No, I check open powerlifting. Wait, you really?
Yes, you've done more.
I've never done nationals, though.
Bro, I have your dashboard, your athlete dashboard.
Oh, okay.
You've
Ha-ha.
done
Oh,
more than-
okay.
I think I've done like 8-ish, right?
Yeah, I can't. I lost track of mine.
You've done.
Countless.
I was just doing comps for no reason at the start. Anyway, at the start.
Yeah.
So my first comp, I competed. 2 weeks after, I competed again.
Why'd you do that?
Why
I
not?
don't know. I was really obsessed with powerlifting, guys. I was really obsessed.
Yeah.
It was a lot cheaper to compete back then as
Oh,
well.
yes.
Yeah.
Inflation.
Anything else?
Oh, there's a big one.
This is a big one.
This is a big one.
This is something I really wanted to say in this podcast. My mum's probably going to be watching and she's like, don't swear, but don't be a dick. Yeah, don't be an asshole. Don't be a... I think they get the point. So we'll cut that out. Yeah.
Wait, to who? To who specifically?
Okay. No matter how strong you are, no matter how experienced you are, no matter, if this is your first time or you're an experienced lifter, don't be a dickhead. Don't be an asshole. That's all right. I keep going.
No. But they're two different things.
Okay. You don't have that privilege. You have the same privilege as everyone else in competition, right? You can argue about a referee judgment, but you don't own the competition. There's a proper way of communicating to the referees if you disagree with something they did. There's a proper way and there's a proper time to do it. And just gotta be careful with how you treat people in the powerlifting comp, because the people that you're complaining to are the reason why you are competing, right? Meet directors, spotters and loaders. Spotters and loaders can make mistakes, okay? They're trying to save your life when you're lifting. So don't be an asshole to them, right? Thank them, right? At the end of the competition, shake the referee's hands, show sportsmanship.
So at the end of the day, they're volunteers.
Exactly
They're
right.
volunteering their time for you.
Be nice to your competitors. Be nice to your coaches or other coaches, right? One thing that I really hate is when people comment on other people's doing, like, their approaches without maybe knowing their own context. They're just judging them from the outside perspective. And you might be right. They might be making a mistake, but look, it's a learning experience for them too. Like, let people make mistakes. It's fine. You don't know everything. It's fine. And
no one is better than anyone in powerlifting. It doesn't, no matter how strong you are or, how well known you are. Like, just...
Yeah, 100%.
Do you feel like times are changing? Like...
I think, because if you're the person that sort of like complains about things that other people do, you're also the reason why they don't want to volunteer. They don't want to run comps anymore, right? If you think that you are at a higher standard and you're preaching to these people, you're not. You're actually just discouraging them from doing what you want them to do.
Right.
Yeah. I think people have to understand that powerlifting is very much a volunteer-run sport. And these volunteers, they're giving up their own time, their own weekends to be there for you. And at the same time, we're all human, you know, and humans make mistakes. And if you were in the same position as them, and if you made a mistake, because you're also human, don't assume that if you were in their position, you would never make a mistake. If you were in their position and you made a mistake, you would also hope that they would give you the benefit of the doubt if it was to ever happen to you. So just keep that in mind. And also, this is a side note, but if you compete in powerlifting, try and return that favor and give up your own time to volunteer at a powerlifting comp. And I'm not saying that because we run comps and we need volunteers, which we do, but whenever you compete, there is someone who has given up their time, their weekend, they have sacrificed their own training, because chances are they're probably going to be more sore than you, like particularly spotters and loaders, they're going to be more sore than you the following week or the next day, because they've been lifting weights all day and spotting weights all day. So if you have the chance, return the favor to someone else, because without them, you don't compete. You don't get to compete. I think that's something that's really important to reiterate.
Yeah. I want to go back to, when people complain about the referee's judgment.
Yeah.
One thing I want to say about that as well is when you're prepping for a competition, you want to be undeniable on the platform. Now, if you've been red lighted or you missed a lift based on technicalities, that's on you. Take ownership of that. Your job is for the referee to not, give you that red light, to be white lighted, but you've given them a chance to maybe criticize your technique or your execution of your lift. So take ownership of that. If you want to complain about it, you can talk to them, but at the right way, at the right time, in a respectful way. Yeah. Don't be a dick.
Yeah. And you need 2 white lights to make it. So if you're failing a lift, there's 2 refs saying, 2 out of 3 that are saying it's not a good lift. So just something to think about. Okay. Is that it? So that's pretty much it for things to avoid in a comp. Let us know if we've missed anything.
And like Tony said earlier, we still have spots for ESS Winter Showdown. We're going to make it a good comp. There's going to be a snowflake machine if we get 40 sign-ups.
What?
Yeah, artificial snow. We're going to have snow coming down onto the competitors.
We're going to make it winter themed, guys.
We're going to have Santa
40
Claus.
competitors, though. It needs to be there.
Yeah.
Really?
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
We're going to sell snow cones.
Yeah, icicle sticks.
It's cold.
Snow cones.
Okay, right.
Okay. Hot cups of coffee.
Hot chocky.
Hot chocky.
With marshmallows. Oh, maybe we can start a fire outside and people could toast marshmallows.
We've got to be careful with the council, guys.
S'mores. I'll build the fire. I've been learning how to, there's got techniques. You got to crisscross them. You got to
make a teepee.
You're going to teepee. Yeah. Big wood at the bottom, small twigs at the top, leaves, newspaper.
Okay.
I'm so excited.
But it's only going to happen if we have 40 sign-ups. So,
So that's on you.
We're like almost halfway there. So
do what you will with that piece of information. Don't let us down. I'm joking.
Yeah.
But it'll be fun. So, even if you're not going to compete, come down to watch anyway. It'll be good fun.
Yeah.
Okay.
Always good time.
We're going to finish this episode with a question from one of our followers, Angie.
We have a lot of questions.
We
Yeah.
get a
So
lot.
I posted a story and there's a lot of questions, but I don't think we're going to be able to answer all of them. Some of them are really good, and I think we're going to make it into a proper episode.
Yes.
Their own episode.
Their own episode.
Yeah. This is a really good question here by Angie. What life advice would you give to your younger self?
Damn!
Hi, Angie.
Come to me last. Let me think about this.
Come to me, second last.
Aw.
Well, you are the wisest, man.
I'm not the wisest.
You're so smart. And so, every time I have something that, is on my chest, I always come to you and you always say the right things. I promise.
Damn.
But I feel like sometimes I need more of your approach as well.
Yeah.
What?
Because I'm very
Nah, too reckless.
I'm I'm very like, that's your problem? Well, this is your solution. And there's like no emotion in it. And Michael agrees.
Oh, actual, no.
No,
you
no.
reckon?
You guys talk about yourselves, I'm just going to sit here.
so Michael as well is very. Nah, honest, Michael, if you guys have any questions about anything in life, Michael's the man.
Michael's the all-rounder.
Yeah, Michael's the all-rounder.
I feel like you're like in the middle of us two.
You're
like,
the
you have a
perfect
bit
blend.
of both of
Yeah, perfect blend.
Whereas I'm like on one end.
I'm all talk. No.
So no. Okay, the way I see it is Tony.
I'm like a chihuahua.
Can I give a very honest analysis of you guys?
Okay.
Is this bad?
Ooh.
Is this bad?
No.
Or
I want to
Am
hear
I
it.
judging you guys?
I'm intrigued.
No, I need analysis.
Tony is driven and motivated by emotions, whereas Vinning is driven and motivated by logic.
Mm.
And they're both creative. It's just one leans more emotionally, one leans more logically.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's it.
Yeah. What's your star sign, Vinny?
Oh, I'm a Capricorn.
Oh,
I don't know what that means,
Yeah, it
but
says a
some
lot.
people turn their nose when I say it. So,
yeah. It does explain a lot.
what are you? You don't know anything about
Right.
star signs, do
I
you?
couldn't never. Capricorn. Oh, man, y'all are.
What are you?
I'm a Pisces.
Oh, of course.
I'm emotional.
Oh, I
I'm
can
in touch
see
with
that.
my. We'll talk about this off camera, shall we? Jesus, man, you watch yourself.
Sorry, what star
so
sign
life
are you,
advice.
Michael?
Oh,
I don't know.
Oh.
I actually don't know.
okay.
Wait, you're August?
Yep.
Are you a Leo?
I guess so. Yeah.
No, because he's the center of attention.
Oh, yeah. of
Always
course.
needs spotlight on
Always,
him.
yeah.
Yeah, I can see
That's
that.
why he's the head in the logo.
Yeah.
He's like,
Wait, you're there.
I am going to not talk anymore.
No. I'm joking. Okay.
okay, hold on.
No.
Okay.
Back to
Advice to our
business.
younger,
Okay.
advice
Back to
to our
business.
younger self.
What life advice would you give to younger self? I can start.
Yeah, go.
I think you should always, regardless of how old you are or what stage you are in life, I think you should always go for it. You should always give things a shot, because I think this is powerlifting, in everything, in career-wise, in business-wise, in anything. If you have like a dream, make it a goal. After you make it a goal, set some smaller goals, and everything is literally achievable. You just have to sort of believe it,
Very optimistic. I love it.
Well, anything actually is achievable. You can literally do anything. Look at us. We're living our dream. I'm living my dream. My best friends here.
Doing
Sorry.
two things at the same time
Yeah.
That she doesn't
that I
like.
don't approve of.
Oh,
Like-
yeah. Physical touch.
Vinning doesn't like words of affirmation and physical touch.
Yeah.
Just letting you guys know.
Lenny knows.
Touch.
When you talk to Vinning, keep that in mind.
Goddamn hands off her.
Keep that in mind. Vinning, do you want to say something?
My advice to my younger self would be, if you're studying something that you don't like, quit,
Oh,
change straight away. Like, I wish I told myself that from like the first semester of my bachelor degree in commerce, because I hated it. I had no idea why I was there.
you finished the whole thing?
Finished the whole thing.
Yeah.
But I don't know why. I really didn't like it. I
What?
was scraping by every single class,
Mm.
barely rocking up to class
Mm.
to begin with. I hated it.
What made you stay in the course?
Like, I think my parents' expectations of me.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
And for some reason, like, I felt like if I changed courses, like I was a failure for doing that. And also, I don't know why, but I felt like when I was younger, I just felt like I didn't have time. I was like, I don't have time to change course. Like, I've already
Right.
wasted a year on my
Yeah,
course.
yeah.
Like, but now I think back, I'm like, all you have is time.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Like, you don't need to finish your degree by the time you're 20. Like, that's what I was trying to do.
Yeah.
But like, now that I think back, I'm like, fuck, I was so young.
Yeah.
Like, I could do anything. Like, and I think, props to me. I did try and get out of the course at one point, but I think I just got a really bad counselor at the uni.
Mm.
And I don't think I was put in the right path, and I don't think I got the answers that I needed. Yeah, because it just didn't sound like the counselor cared that much.
Yeah. Did you tell anyone that you were feeling like that? Like, did you tell your parents, hey, I feel really like I don't want to do this? Or was it sort of like you're battling with yourself?
Not really, because I feel like there are a lot of people who are studying what they don't like, and they just end up finishing because it's like, oh, well, I've only got one more year left, so might as well finish it. You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah. So you always have time to change. It's never too late.
Never too late.
We're never too old.
We're never too old.
Never too old.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
What's your advice?
Yeah.
For my young self, you are who you are because of who you were and who you aspire to be.
I like that.
So don't live your life based on your insecurities. Instead, live your life based on decisions that will keep you growing. That's it. No explanation.
Right. Right.
No, I had a lot of insecurities when I was younger. Came to Australia, I was always insecure about how I speak, how I look, and I know you guys. I know. No. No, it's all right. I think. Okay, so look, the best way to face your insecurities is to kind of mock yourself,
To own it.
to own it, right? Like, I'm Fob, guys. I talk funny.
So am I.
It's funny. You're not. You kind of have to face it and admit and own it. And you are who you are because you were like that, right? But use it to your advantage. It doesn't necessarily mean that you're a bad communicator when you have an accent, or you look funny when you speak, or, whatever. Use it to your advantage. You might actually be more interesting because you attract people into you because you're interesting. You know what I mean? I think you can't change that. That's always going to be part of your life. If you're basing your decisions, every single move you do is you trying to create this persona that you're not, then you're stunting your growth in this life. I think you need to seek for other things that will make you a better person, regardless of who you are, regardless of what difficulties you have. And I think that's my advice.
Wow.
For people.
That was beautiful.
Love that.
So step outside of your comfort zone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. The first step is being aware, admitting, and this is who you are. Love yourself. That's corny as.
But all of ours are corny, right? But it's corny for a reason because everyone talks about it so much. It's the answer to everything.
And it's true.
It is true. Okay. Well, that ends the episode. Thanks so much for listening. Just a reminder, comp July 6th.
July 6th.
Okay.
Sign up. 40
be
people.
square. Yeah, 40 people.
Snowflake machine.
Snowflake machine.
Marshmallows. Snow cones.
Snow cones. Slurpees. Maybe not Slurpees. That didn't get a good
It's
reaction.
really cold.
Oh,
for
right,
Slurpees.
Fire. We'll have fire extinguishers as well if anything goes wrong.
Blankets.
Oh, blankets. That'd be cute. Like every spectator gets a blanket.
Huh?
Okay. Oh, you mean fire blanket?
I don't know. I was joking.
Okay. Well, that's it. We'll see you in the next episode. Okay?
Stay in your element.
Stay in your element.
Danielle.
Ciao.
Press the button.